Uh, Before we get started, I just want to clarify that none of this is my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. I've never done anything wrong, and Rachel should be fired.
I heard that.
Loving the energy in the room right now. Great day to work on our interpersonal issues. Rachel, love the background, but it's a little distracting. Well, I think we're going to have a great time together, and it's a beautiful day outside, so...
Yeah, actually, can we try and speed this along? I really need to get back to the park.
Oh, the park must be lovely right now. That sounds like such a fun day.
I mean, we're park rangers. It's pretty much every day.
And I never take days off. Mother Nature never takes a day off, so why should I?
Big talk for a guy whose job is literally just looking at plants and making sure nobody's fucking in the woods.
Well, nobody has fucked in the woods since I started working here, so I guess I'm pretty good at my job.
I think it might actually be because your very presence is so absolutely grating that it saps any sexual energy from the air. Like every time you come within a 10-foot radius of me, all moisture leaves my body from the waist down.
Okay, we're off to a great start here. Great start. I think you two are perfect for this counseling session. You could really benefit from some of my counselorship. Now, do we know why we're here today?
I filed a complaint against Rachel. Multiple complaints, to be precise.
Why's that?
I don't know, because he's a little bitch.
Because she's terrorizing me.
How long has she been terrorizing you?
14 months.
How long have you been together?
14 months.
We've worked together for 14 months.
And I haven't been terrorizing him. I've played a few pranks. He just has no sense of humor.
Well, what kind of pranks are we talking?
Last week, she moved a bunch of bird feeders to the tree right by my parking space. So every day, a bunch of birds poop all over my car.
Well, that doesn't seem too serious.
I guess it is pretty shitty.
Don't enable her. What she's doing is terrible.
Not to the birds. The birds love it.
I don't love it.
Okay, but what matters more? Your happiness or the happiness of countless populations of Pennsylvania's 414 species of birds?
They're just birds.
You shut your damn mouth.
Why do you care about birds? Birds don't care about you. Birds don't give a shit about anything.
Yes, they do. Who's the animal expert here?
Animal expert? You think pelicans don't exist because you've never seen one?
That's because pelicans don't exist.
You're an idiot. What was that?
It's an air horn app. Isn't it cute?
Is that free?
Yes. Now, David, be nice or I'll blow the air horn again. And Rachel, I'm sorry, but pelicans do exist.
Bring me a pelican. Bring me a fucking pelican and then I'll believe you.
Clearly, we have some stuff to work on here.
I've shown her pictures of pelicans. I can literally share my. Can I share my screen?
Sure. I think you're co-host now.
That's photoshopped and you know it.
What is wrong with you?
You two seem to have some serious problems. Rachel, you hate how David always thinks he's right and you want him to lighten up a little bit. And David, you hate how Rachel never takes anything seriously. Am I correct?
More than that.
Believe it or not, we see this type of thing all the time. Things start off great, but as the honeymoon phase wears off, you start to realize the things that you were are annoying you are actually the things that made you attracted to each other in the first place.
I have never been attracted to him.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Everyone finds me attractive.
Yeah, if you like twinks with speech impediments.
Oh, fuck you. You know it gets worse when I think about it.
If you two aren't attracted to each other, then why did you start dating in the first place?
What are you talking about?
Are you telling me you're not a couple?
First of all, I am disgusted.
Why did you hire a couples counselor if you're not a couple?
HR was supposed to hire the counselor.
Parks have HR?
It's just a chipmunk sitting in a cubicle.
HR was supposed to hire a real counselor because they said if this continues, then one of us has got to go.
I am a real counselor.
Can't you just fire Rachel then? She's useless.
Am not. Bailey, did you know that opossums are North America's only marsupial?
Really?
See, I had a teachable moment. I'm not useless. Also, David tongue kisses his sister, so I think he should be fired.
I told you that in confidence.
Kither, kither.
Are there actually couples you work with who openly resent each other this much?
I don't know. This is my first day.
Oh, Jesus. Well, this has been fun. I'll call HR. Tell them they messed up. Bailey, great to meet you. Rachel, fuck you.
So I win.
It's not a competition.
Everything's a competition as long as I'm winning.
You know what? No. We're doing this today.
You really don't have to do that.
You think I'm going back to my boss and saying, uh-oh, I made an oopsie on my first day? This is the moment that sets the tone for the rest of my career.
But
no going back now. No going back now. Besides, you two have some serious problems. You are a danger to yourself, each other, and everyone around you. And since I apparently have the power to fire you, I highly recommend you comply. Do you understand? Do you understand? Now, let's start with some positive psychology. I want you each to say something positive about one another. I'll give you an example. Rachel, I really admire all the animal facts you know.
thank you.
You're welcome. David, I really appreciate your dedication to your work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, David, you try.
Rachel. I admire your complete disregard for the wants and needs of others.
Thank you, David. I admire it too.
David, that's not positive. Try again.
Rachel, I appreciate how your foundation never matches your neck.
Okay, David, we're going to skip your turn for now. Rachel, why don't you try?
David, I admire how hard you're working on your speech impediment.
I thought not to make me aware of it.
The proper way to communicate conflict is using the format, I feel blank when you blank because blank. Maybe you could...
I feel itchy when you talk to me because you give me hives.
I feel like dying when you're around me because you make me feel like dying.
I feel like dying when you're around me because you're alive.
I feel excited when bad things happen to you because that means my prayers have been working.
Okay, nice try. Quiet time.
I feel... Hey, don't mute me. Stupid little twink. Kill. Unmute me. Unmute me.
I am the co-host of your personal hell.
Oh, no, you're not. You have lost your privileges. Oh, wait. Rachel, I think I might have just made you co-host. Hey, only I can do the air horn.
Can we both... Rachel, did you just turn my
Suffer, bitch.
Okay, that's not funny. You need to... Oh, ha ha, very mature. You're so... I swear to God, I am gonna fuck you.
Stop! If you two don't cut this shit out right now, you are both fired. Now shut up. You two are maybe the worst people I've ever met. Ever.
Fair, it is your first day.
I have one last suggestion. I'm sensing a lot of sexual tension, and sometimes the only thing to do about sexual tension is to...
Oh, no.
No.
Bailey, I'm
No,
gonna
no, no.
stop you right there.
Oh.
Do you know what a lesbian is?
Yes.
Cool. So I am one of those, and I thought I made that pretty obvious, but if I need to work a little harder to show it, I guess that's on me.
Yeah, I'm also gay. Sorry, Bailey.
Ugh.
You know, that's probably for the best. It could have solved all of your problems, but it also could have created a rage fucking monster. But unfortunately, that leaves us with no other options. So I want you each to tell me why you think the other should be fired, and I'll decide. David, you can go first and change your name back.
Oh, ha ha. Real comedian. For the past 6 months, Rachel has been illegally feeding and harboring the wildlife.
Rachel, is that true?
Ask her to empty her pockets.
Rachel, would you please empty your pockets? What are those?
Pellets?
Pellets!
Pellets?
They're the things you buy to feed the ducks. She uses them to lure animals into her car and takes them home with her like a pedophile.
I only did that once with one raccoon, and I was rehabilitating it.
Oh, bullshit. I saw you knitting tiny sweaters.
I was crocheting, and you know it.
And the pellets are on a good day. For weeks, I saw her bringing in things of potato salad, and not once did I see her eat it. She was feeding it to the raccoons.
That can't be good for them, though.
But it makes them so happy with their tiny little hands, and then their little faces get all messy.
Tell her what happened at the church picnic.
Rachel, what happened at the church picnic?
One of the sisters brought potato salad, and the raccoons, they smelled it, and
they attacked her.
One raccoon bit one nun. Don't be so dramatic.
It could have been rabid, and she knows which raccoon did it, and she won't tell.
I'm not gonna let you kill the only thing I love.
But if you let things like this happen, you're endangering everyone at the park.
But that raccoon bit me like 3 weeks ago, and I've been fine, so.
Really? Show us your arm.
No.
Can't you see she's unstable? She should be dismissed, effective immediately.
Rachel, unfortunately, I have to agree with David here. But Rachel, I'd love to hear why you think David should be fired.
I will admit, David is very good at his mostly meaningless job. Also, he's been growing pot on park grounds for the last 4.5 months.
That's not true.
I can show you where it is. It's on the North Trail.
David, feeding raccoons is one thing, but this is genuinely a crime.
She's lying.
I'm not lying. I know because I've been buying weed from him for the last 4.5 months.
She's making this up. Bailey, you gotta believe me.
I have proof. I took a secret video of David selling to me. I can drop it in the chat. Oh, wrong file. wrong file.
Okay, David, you're definitely fired and maybe going to jail. No. You participated in regular drug deals at work and endangered the lives of an entire church picnic.
The Catholic Church has way bigger issues than a nun with rabies, believe me.
I'm sorry, Rachel, but you still have to go.
You know what? That's okay. 'Cause I quit.
Yeah. Me too.
I have found your common ground. Your completely toxic sense of pride. You two would both rather quit than be fired, and now you don't have to work together, so now you can bond. This wasn't my original plan. See, at first I thought I'd fire Rachel. And then David would realize how much he'd missed having her in his life. And then you guys would realize how you'd been in love all along. And in a few months, you'd be engaged. And in a year or two, there'd be a little David and Rachel combo running around. And in another 2 years, there'd be another little David and Rachel combo running around. And I'd be the cool Aunt Bailey that helped get mom and dad together. But there'd be this intense sibling rivalry because little David Jr. went on to follow in his parents' footsteps and work at the park. And your daughter Bailey, named after me, of course, would, I don't know, cure cancer. And little David Jr. would know that he could never live up to his perfect sister, so he'd frame her for murder. But then you both said you were gay, and I was like, oh, thank God. Anyway, I'm declaring this session a success.
Actually, it's fine. This is fine. I'm fine. Want to know why? Because I just got a new job. I was just offered a new job, a better job.
Me too. I was just offered a job at the zoo, and I'm taking it. It may not have raccoons, but it does have red pandas, which, fun fact, are actually closer to raccoons than actual pandas. But at least it won't have...
You got offered a job at the zoo?
Yeah, so what?
My new job is at the zoo.
At the Bethel Park?
Bethel Park Zoo.
Well, it sounds like you two are going to be keeping busy. I'm thinking weekly appointments. How's Wednesday evenings?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. What the hell just happened?
I'll tell you what just happened. The beginning of a beautiful friendship. How about you bring the rest of the weed over before the cops find it? You know, for team building.
I can be there in 10.
Great. Also, before we do that, can you drive me to the hospital? I definitely have rabies.